2 years ago, I tricked myself into thinking I was a YouTuber with 100K subscribers.
In reality, I had just posted 2 YouTube videos and I had just crossed the 150 subscriber mark. But here's the crazy part. Strangers online started commenting things like, I thought you had 100K subscribers, you give off 100K subscriber energy. And fast forward to today, I don't have 100,000 subscribers yet, but I have built a community of over 21,000 subscribers. Some of my content has gone viral, reaching hundreds of thousands of people. I've created new income streams through YouTube, and I've worked with amazing clients through my coaching business. What I've learned is it's not about reaching a number, but rather how you show up and the identity you choose to embody today. I credit a lot of these results to applying Joe Dispenza's manifestation formula, which I will be breaking down for you in today's video. And if you're new to his work, Joe Dispenza studies manifestation and law of attraction using a science-backed lens through quantum physics and neuroscience. I've been integrating his work for about 3 to 4 years now. I learned through his books, some of his paid programs, and honestly, by binging through almost every podcast interview I could find him in. It's helped me shift my identity, overcome my fears, and finally start living out my YouTube dreams. Hi! I've even used these same practices for my 9-to-5 corporate job. It's helped me confidently present to CEOs and VPs, earn bonuses, and transform how I show up in professional spaces, not just online. Principle number 1, your personality dictates your personal reality. Every morning when we wake up, most of us immediately start off the day living in the past. We think about yesterday's problems, we remind ourselves of the identity that we're so obsessed with. We're a shy, soft-spoken person, or we're a loud, reckless person because of our past traumas, or that we are an employee who can never build their own business. We then feel the same emotions that align with our chosen identity. We think, we feel the same way over and over again, day by day, year by year. Yet, somehow we expect a different reality. Do you see the problem? We can't be doing the same thing every single day and then expect a different result. Something has to change, and that something has to come from within. Your current environment, the room you're sitting in right now, the job, the business you have or don't have, the people around you, your physical appearance, clothing, it's all been created and manifested by you, your inner thoughts, beliefs, emotions, actions that have created this physical reality. So to change your life, change your identity. And it's true, your YouTube platform and growth, or lack of it, is a reflection of who you believe yourself to be. And it's the exact same reason why lottery winners will go bankrupt within 5 years of winning, because they don't have the personality of someone who knows how to manage big money. It's also the same reason why some people go on extreme diets, they lose 70 pounds in a very short period of time, but then they gain it all back and more afterwards because they don't have the personality of someone who has sustainable, consistent, healthy practices. And it's also the same reason why I never became a YouTuber, even though it was my dream for over 10 years, because I attached myself to a personality that I was socially unattractive, I was shy, quiet, awkward, not cool enough, full of insecurities. Someone with that personality would definitely not show up on YouTube. That would have never been their reality. A personality of a confident YouTuber would have the belief that my experiences are valuable. I'm enough right now. And that would lead to the thought, I'm going to share about this experience, which then creates this emotion of excitement that helps them take action. They create a YouTube video. Versus for about 10-15 years, this was my personality of someone who dreamt of being a YouTuber but never made it. I had the belief that I was just never going to be good enough. Like, everything about me was not good enough. Everything I had was not good enough. That led to thoughts like, I'm just gonna wait until I get my dream apartment for better lighting. I'm gonna wait until I save up to buy the nicest camera. And that led to emotions of frustration, of upsetness, and the inaction. I never created a YouTube video because of this personality. So how do you go from not having the personality of a YouTuber to now embodying the personality of a YouTuber? The first part is just being self-aware. The fact that you're listening to this right now is already helping you take note of how you have actually created your outer reality through your inner reality. Now, here are 2 daily reflection questions from Joe Dispenza that I really like to start off my day asking myself. What would the greatest expression of myself look like today? What would mastering today look like? And the second question is, what 1 or 2 emotions do I want to get extremely aware of today and catch them in the moment so that I can choose a different response? I used to always think, oh my gosh, I'm living in my mom's messy home. I can't film any YouTube videos until I move out, until everything looks perfect, until all these different excuses. Those thoughts were actually holding me back. But the moment I noticed it, I chose something different. Like Mr. Beast literally filmed from his childhood bedroom with nothing but an old laptop. I can just tidy up one corner and film from there. And so that was what I actually did. Every time you catch and shift a thought like that, you are creating new synaptic connections that form within your brain. The more you repeat it, the more it rewires your patterns. And over time, that is how you start changing your habits, your thoughts, and even your personality. Now, the second part is even more important, and it will expedite your manifestation even quicker. And that is, we need to rewire on a deeper level within your subconscious mind. And by the way, if you're ready to become the YouTuber version of yourself, I'm running a free 2-day workshop called Start Your YouTube Era Now. It's all about rewiring your brain, dissolving the fear that's keeping you stuck, and learning how to build your channel in a way that's strategic but also sustainable. Comment, send me the YouTube workshop, and I'll send you the link to join. Principle number 2, rewire your deeper subconscious mind. Your subconscious holds beliefs that you might not even be aware of, and those beliefs shape your actions. For example, if deep down you don't believe you are worthy of being seen, you have nothing interesting to say, you might procrastinate on making YouTube videos, you avoid them, or you might give out excuses like, I will do it once I have better lighting or once I have the right camera. But the truth is, you're not waiting on gear. You're waiting on the permission that you're not giving yourself. These beliefs often come from childhood, from societal, cultural expectations passed on from generations, telling us that we're not good enough. I used to get triggered and my heart would race, my body would tighten up when I would see new YouTubers successfully start showing up online. And I would scroll away real quick. And it wasn't because I didn't support them, but because deep down it reminded me that I wasn't good enough to show up on YouTube. That physical reaction was my subconscious literally telling me, Nicole, you are not good enough to be seen like that. And that is why this work is so important, to rewire that deeper subconscious belief. Now, to rewire our deeper subconscious mind, we have to know how to access it. And to access it, it requires us to slow down our brainwaves. So our brainwaves are usually in these 4 states, from beta to alpha to theta and delta. During the day, as we are working and thinking, we are in beta and alpha state. You can see that these waves are higher in frequency. Now, when we go to sleep, we start tapping into delta and theta. These are deeper states when your brainwaves slow down. When our brainwaves start to slow down, that's a key access point to our subconscious mind. So to rewire our brain's patterns and reverse those limiting thoughts, like how I didn't believe I was good enough to be seen because I was such a shy, quiet, small Asian girl who literally got bullied in junior high and I was practically invisible in school, I had to access my theta and delta states. Joe Dispenza teaches you how to slow down your brainwaves through meditation to access your subconscious mind. Now, I know meditation can feel so difficult, especially when we are so accustomed to this modern, quick-paced, go society of ours. And Joe Dispenza calls this, quote unquote, calming the animal body, where it's a practice. Every day you just practice sitting your butt down, sitting still, thinking of nothing. It was also extremely hard for me, but the more you practice it, the more it starts to become this beautiful space to be in, and I was able to surprise myself and literally meditate for up to an hour. What you want to do is sit down, calm your brain waves, calm your thinking mind, and allow yourself to start visualizing your dream life. And you want to visualize this to such an extent that you truly feel like you are immersed within it, that your body starts to feel that euphoria, to feel how it will feel to live that life you love. You keep doing this to train your body, your mind, your subconscious to believe it's real. And in doing so, you're elevating your energetic frequency to become a match for the reality you want. The key is to really feel into it so that your body, mind, and heart feels coherent. Joe Dispenza has a bunch of different meditations. Some are more breathwork based, where you focus on drawing energy from your lower energy centers up to your brain for creative energy. Others are more focused on helping you enter a limitless dimension of no space and no body. There are also visualization ones to help you imagine your future. Give them all a try and feel how it changes your state of being. His channel-like voice, tonality, the pace, and music are all intentionally crafted. He says it's been optimized, meant to induce you into a trance-like state. You can meditate with the Joe Dispenza meditation. There's a ton of them out there on YouTube. You can also buy some of his meditations. I personally bought one called Love the Life You Love, and it's amazing. I really do recommend listening to his meditations, especially if you're new. But nowadays I like to do my own meditation because I get to guide myself and I get to go at my own pace. You can play meditative music, but the first thing you want to do is close your eyes and take several deep breaths in and out to relax yourself into deep peace. And then I imagine myself speaking directly to the camera as if I'm recording my YouTube video. Now you can visualize this in either first person's perspective or a third person's point of view. Both work really well. I recommend switching it up and allow yourself to really feel into the visualization. You want to fully engage all of your 5 senses as best as you can, from physical touch to audio to smell to taste and to the visuals. In my meditations, for example, I see myself speaking and looking directly at the camera. My body language is very open and I feel very naturally confident. I'm sitting on an office chair or I'm standing, I'm smiling. I'm really excited to do this because I am really tapped into sharing my wisdom with people. Sometimes I see myself accidentally stumble on a few lines and I just laugh it off and I continue. Or maybe I'm like, I want to redo that line, so I clap my hands so that when I'm editing, I know to cut that out, and then I just repeat what I want to say. You want to get that specific to the point that you're like fully immersed into it. You're like doing it in real life. You even want to imagine the quote unquote mistakes and the failures because it's real life. There's no perfection. You don't want to just visualize yourself popping champagne with your 100K balloons. You want to imagine yourself doing the actual thing and taking action, because manifestation is not about just visualizing. It's also about taking the action and having aligned energy behind it. And athletes do this too. Even when they're resting, they are mentally rehearsing their moves in their brains. And research has shown that just visualizing the action can strengthen that same neural pathway as actually doing it. Now, inside my free 2-day workshop, I've also created a meditation for you to drop into your higher self, that version of you who is already showing up confidently on YouTube. If you want it, just comment, send me the YouTube workshop, and I'll make sure it lands in your inbox. The more you mentally rehearse how a confident YouTuber thinks, feels, and acts, the more you become that person. Not just during filming, but how you show up before and afterwards too. For me, that meant posting my first few YouTube videos and sharing it with my friends, family, acquaintances on Facebook and Instagram, even though that actually freaked me out. The old version of me who was not a YouTuber would have hidden it. She wouldn't want anyone in her life to see it. But the new YouTuber version of me, she had something to say and she had the intention of helping people, even if that meant being seen by her old classmates and acquaintances. And honestly, that choice to share my first few YouTube videos with my close circles on my Facebook and my Instagram would help me get like over 1,000 views on day 1. Because when you share your message boldly, even acquaintances you haven't talked to in 10 years or seen will get curious about what you're up to. And from there, the algorithm will start doing its thing with reaching more people. So meditation is where I trained to be a YouTuber before I even uploaded a video. Principle number 3, the ultimate embodiment is love. Now, the ultimate goal of all of these meditations isn't so that you can just get rich quick or become successful really quickly, whatever that means. Listen, Joe Dispenza's work has literally helped the blind see again, eradicate stage 4 cancer from people's bodies, and help people go from bankrupt to millionaire. And here's the thing, the common thread behind all of these miracles, behind people who have achieved the so-called impossible, is that they have taught their bodies how to feel and embody love again. When your body is in a state of love and it feels expansion and abundance, it doesn't have cancerous cells. It doesn't have these toxins and cells attacking your immune system. It's no longer operating in a fight or flight long-term stress system anymore. It's in a relaxed state. As Joe Dispenza says, you don't meditate to heal, you meditate to change. And through consistent practice, he's claimed there were times when he would tap into transcendence or enlightenment, where you would witness this blue light shining through and an incredible burst of pure joy and love. Now, I haven't felt that extreme hit in the past, but I can feel immense peace and gratitude within the void. People who have attended his advanced retreats have also shared that they felt such a strong collective energy. Some were even able to see these giant blue beings from supposedly other dimensions that have helped people heal. Like, how wild and incredible is this work? Think about it. Imagine if you had $5 million in your bank account, your checking account right now. Meditate on it. Imagine yourself pulling out your phone, you're opening up your bank checking account, and you see the $5 million in there. Feel into it. Like, how would you actually feel? What kind of thoughts would come through you? How would you show up? When I first imagined that, I was actually sitting in a cafe and I felt like, oh my gosh, like if I had 5 million in my checking right now, I would be so happy. I'd be smiling to the cashier. I would be trying to chat them up, and even if they ignored me, I would still be happy and I wouldn't be bothered. I would send people love even if they ignored me or sent me hate. And I had to check myself because I knew personally I wasn't in that abundant personality, and I had to tap back into that. That's why you want to make sure you keep practicing tapping into love and abundance every opportunity you can during your day. The moments when you feel like you're falling into a victim mindset, when you're blaming other people, when you are sending out negativity and hate, tap back into love, into abundance, and do what you can. Do those meditations and get really present with the thoughts you're thinking, with the actions you're taking. So in the past, what I would do is I would tap into these abundance meditations first thing in the morning. I would tap into these meditations so that when I write out my YouTube scripts, I would be in a state of giving and serving other people. It helped grounded me and reminded me to give from an expansive place. And that's probably why people assumed I had like 100K subscribers, because of the abundant energy I was giving off through these screens. I hope you remember this. You can be a match for the reality you want. You just have to become the version of you that can receive it. And don't forget, if you want to start your YouTube dreams but you're held back by your past personality, then I've got you with my free 2-day workshop. The link to join is in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!